can't say to send me a Christmas card.
There seems to be a lot of that happens in the industry, though.
Everybody's panties get in a wad. I don't quite get that. It just happens so much. It's too small. That's the problem. Our industry is too small. There's too much overlap with things, so you run into this a lot.
100%.
Well, and you see so many of the industry guys that have worked for everybody else. Like, it's crazy. Talking to the guy,
John
yesterday from Barrick, he was like, "Oh
PSE, 10 Point, Hoyt, or no, was he Hoyt? No, he was a
PSU for a long time.
Obsession.
Obsession. Yeah, he was an Obsession.
Obsession for a while.
It's just funny.
Right. Then you got what's his face that's with Brian, the designer Kevin.
Yeah.
I don't know who he hasn't worked for.
Yeah.
He's worked for almost everybody.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever worked for Hoyt or Matthews.
Maybe those are the two.
But outside of that, I think he's worked for just about everybody.
I've heard his name in a lot of conversations about a lot of bows.
Yeah.
And so, I'm like, that guy's worked for a lot of folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It's super small.
Yeah.
I mean, what's heard today is around the whole entire archery universe
real
in
fast.
no time.
It moves quick.
Yep.
Yeah. So...
Well, I mean, we're kind of already in it. Like, we just keep going. So I'll throw out every once in a while. I'll just be like, hey, go to podiumarcher.com, use discount code BMAC for 10% off all your purchases. Like, I'll just throw one of those in there and derail the conversation on occasion. But
outside of that, we're just gonna roll.
Yeah. So who's your guest here?
This is Randy Pitts. Is that correct?
Yeah, Pitts.
On the last name.
Yeah. I've been called worse.
Yeah. You are owner of Darton Archery?
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Who else are you involved with? Because you're with Darton.
I own Black Eagle Aerials and Conquest Archery.
All right.
Yep. Started with Black Eagle. Conquest was an acquisition like 2018. Then I bought Darton at the end of 2020.
What in the world possessed you to do that?
Oh my gosh!
This guy, I know it's turned out pretty well thus far, right? I mean, at this point, but man, I've had that conversation so many times. I don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole ever. What created that?
Well, I'll try to keep it together. And I'll make a long story short, but
we can go as long as you want. Make a long story long.
Yeah, no, I got a call from Ted Harpham, who used to work at Darton. Another story, but anyways, he said, "Hey, look, Rex wants to get out of this thing, and he thinks a lot of you, wants to stay family owned because if it goes to a bigger company, they're going to get rid of all of his patents, but keep his patents, close down the company, lose all the employees."
Yep.
Average tenure was 30 plus years there. Right. And so I went there a couple of times. I got humbled on a few occasions. One time I went there and I was getting gas at a gas station. I have an Only Jesus shirt that I wear all the time, especially when I go through Detroit Airport. I get a lot of comments about that shirt, but no one's been adversarial because, they wouldn't want to get put. Yeah. Anyways, so I get out of the car, this guy's got the music just blasted at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, gee, Merry Christmas. What a nut job. So I go up there, he holds the door, and he goes, "Man, I love your shirt." I'm thinking, oh, there you go, judging a book by its cover, right? So I go inside, I buy that guy a coffee. He goes, "I just love that shirt, man." He goes, "The world needs more of Jesus." I'm thinking, you can't make this any worse for me. I go, "You really like the shirt?" He said, "Yes." Well, I was leaving to go back home, to go to Darton, finish my day up, and then go back home. So I went outside, took my shirt off, grabbed one out of my suitcase, put it on, took him back in my shirt. "So you can have this." He goes, "Man, I don't want this shirt off your back." I go, "You're not the first person I gave it to. You won't be the last." And so that was a great one. And then, I've been praying about this thing because you need prayer if you own a bow company.
God.
you need Jesus.
Right. You're going to say,
You
please
do need
Jesus
Jesus
a lot.
Yeah, so I stopped at a Love's with the Hardys.
Sorry to break in here, but wanted to say, please like and subscribe to the channel so we can spread the word of archery to those far and wide. Also, use discount code BMAC for 10% off at podiumarcher.com for almost all of your archery purchase needs. Again, that's 10% off with discount code BMAC. That's discount code BMAC at podiumarcher.com. Thanks for watching.
And this one, so I stopped at Love's at Hardy's, and I walk up to Hardy's. I don't even eat Hardy's, and the register said $6.15. I'll never forget the $6.15 part. And the he's like, "That's just too much. It's just too much." I go, "Sir, what's going on?" He goes, "That's just too much for a burger." I go, "It's a lot." And the gal's like, closes the orders, like, "I'm not getting it." So I said, "Man, ring him up for his burger, whatever he got, and I'll pay for it." I said, "Sir, what's going on?" He goes, "I've been to the VA twice this week. I'm going blind." He goes, "And I don't drive the big rig anymore, so I don't drive it either. I'm actually going up to Hale, looking at buying a bow company." And So that's what I'm doing here. And so we just had some small talk. And when this guy walked by me, whether you believe in Jesus or God, whatever, it's your own personal faith. And I hate to say religion because that's a whole nother subject. When this guy walked by me, I could hardly stand. I mean, I almost fell to the floor. So I just overwhelmed. I get in my truck. I'm crying because it's something I've never experienced before, except when I've been in the presence of God at church, at the altar. And so I got back to the hotel room, and I started doing some research. And Acts 6:15 says when they were trying Philip, they looked at him and they saw the face of an angel. And I was convinced that I had been touched by an angel. The Bible says you entertain angels unaware, and convinced that I saw an angel. Wow. And it was just a test for me. And it was, so then I kind of just knew that that's what I was supposed to do. Didn't know all the troubles and trials and tribulations and the fiery furnace and all that I was going to go through. But yeah, I mean, it was probably one of the greatest experiences I've ever had, and nothing really happened. Besides, he just showed up. I'm like, well, this is what I need to do. And so, we started Darton. We had, when I bought that company, they built 600 bows a year, had 9 employees. Their engineer was also their bow builder.
Oh, wow.
And, you fast forward 5 years, we've exponentially grown that thing, double digits on top of double digit increase in bows and sales. And, God has definitely blessed us. But it's all come at a price too, because, owning a bow company is not easy. Patents are expensive.
Oh, yeah.
You know the deal with all that. But yeah, so that's kind of why I bought Darton. I mean, I felt like that's what the Lord was leading me to do. It was a great third part of our company with arrows, stabilizers, quivers, sight. Might as well own a bow company too. And everybody loves us, so they would buy a lot of bows, which it took a lot of convincing because big wheels turn slow and all those things. But man, it's been a wild ride.
Oh, I can only imagine. I mean, you're one of the, as far as like an acquisition of a company and trying to turn a company around in archery in my lifetime that I can recall, you're one of the few that's actually really done it. Like I've seen companies get bought a lot.
Yeah.
I haven't watched them go from not selling hardly anything to actually selling a lot.
Right.
It's very rare.
Yeah.
So my hat's off to you. Whatever you're doing, it's working clearly because it's become our third most popular brand in both of my stores, East and West.
Yeah.
Which shocked me. Like it really did. I mean, don't get me wrong. I liked the innovations. I liked the changes. I praised the changes.
Yep.
I didn't expect it to take like it did.
Sure.
And it's been cool to see.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I sold Dartons in the 90s. Like I've been selling bows since like 1993. And I remember selling Dartons and then they just kind of disappeared. But they always had a decent amount of innovation and patents and whatnot. So when you bought the company, did the patents come with it?
Yeah, I bought all of it.
You bought all of it?
Yeah, in the 90s, I think, Rex said when I bought that, back in the early 90s, mid-90s, they were doing 40,000 bows a year.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, they used to make Tony Hawk skateboards, like Powell Peralta
cool.
skateboards.
I didn't know that.
A semi-tractor trailer a week. Full of skateboards in the 80s.
And those flat pack nice and easy too. So
that's a lot of freaking skateboards.
And I don't think they might have put bearings. No, I don't think they put
I
the
guarantee
wheels
you the
on.
wheels and bearings were in a different box and they were all flat. Just
if they even did them there, everything that I have, there are no bearings, there are no wheels. So they may have taken all those boards, sent them somewhere to have that part put on in the next step.
You got any laying around the factory? Because they're probably worth a crap ton.
They are, and they were.
And they're gone though?
They're in a museum. I think we sent them off to a museum in Canada. Someone bought them up there because we probably had one of the original Powell Peralta Tony Hawk skateboards. Yeah, which I don't even know, right? Wow. I was going to give them away. Don't give them away. They're worth a ton. I'm like, are they? I don't skateboard.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 6'3", 230. It's hard to skateboard, 220, whatever I am these days. I'm not getting on a skateboard, especially at 53 years old. I'll be dead.
Yeah, pass.
54. I just turned 54. Yeah,
so you said 5 years ago was when you kind of jumped in. So are we talking 2020?
Yes, it was December
right before
of 2020.
COVID.
I mean, right? December 27th of 2020.
Okay. Yeah, so literally right before COVID kicks in like hardcore in March.
Before COVID starts dropping humongous elbows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what were some of the challenges that you guys faced coming out with product? Like, because you're obviously, you're changing, you're innovating, you're using existing patents, but you're creating new things and you're trying to innovate as you're starting a brand new company as people have to go home.
Correct.
Yeah.
and ramp up capacity. Because once we did buy it, I mean, we obviously sold more just because we've been in the industry at that time for 8 or 9 years. People wanted to be part of it, whatever. So, the capacity wasn't there.
Well, having a relatively popular brand, you're indoors that the bow isn't.
Yeah.
So that gets you exposure that you wouldn't have had. A conversation that probably didn't happen before happens. So that naturally you were going to grow a bit immediately.
Yeah.
Is that
100%.
your ice maker?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
No, it just sounds like kept thinking it was the coffee.
I thought we were
yelling
close to
a couple of
Nashville
times.
Airport. But man, plane's awful close.
No joke.
Sorry, I forgot to turn that off.
No, it's all good.
So yeah, but I think the biggest challenge is trying to always, in archery, it always has to be new. Like to me, the sequel, the ST2 or ST squared, depending on what you call it, that bow could stay out for another year or two, and no one can put out what that bow put out. I mean, this can't. Not with the innovation that's on it, not with how fast it is, with the effort that it takes to get back. I mean, it's got some really cool features, but we constantly got to change in archery. It has to be something new. It's bells and whistles. It's who's got the new thing. And I've said all along that, to me, archery has become fit over function. Doesn't matter how good the bow shoots. How's it look? So many times we've had people come into archery shop. I'm sure it's been with you where they come in and they'll shoot a dart and they'll shoot a competitor's bow. Go, man, that dart is the best shooting bow you got. I'll take that one. Mm-hmm. And they choose a competitor's bow because of name or brand or whatever it is. And so, yeah, those are just constant battles. There's some titans in this business, mainly Hoyt and Matthews. I would consider them titans. You go to TAC and it's got to be 90% of the bows.
Oh, for sure.
If not more. I mean, they're the titans. So really you're just taking market share. We don't have new bow hunters coming into bow hunting. We sell the same amount of bow hunting license every year for the last 12 to 15 years, within a little bit. COVID had a little bit of bump of 100,000-ish or so. Depends on what data you look at. So we have new bow hunters. All there is market share to take. And the only way you take that is by out-innovating them. You're not going to outspend them on marketing.
No.
That's not even going to happen. So you just got to take that one and put to the back burner. So it's really grassroots. I've done this whole thing just with me.
Right.
My money, my kids' college fund, you name it. So yeah, it's but I think we're maybe the only sole owner left. I think Matthews.
Matthews
would be
is sole owner.
With McPherson,
Matthews is sole owner. God, I gotta think now.
Hoyt's in a trust, I think, but I don't know that to be true either.
Hoyt's
it might be
Great Eastern, technically, if you dig deep enough.
Okay.
But, yeah.
So yeah, they've been around. They've had a big head start.
It's not in a conglomerate or anything.
But we are
like
the
that.
third oldest bow company. Darton is. Last year we celebrated 75 years. We didn't do a good job celebrating, but Darton's been around since 1950.
No kidding.
Yeah, 1950.
Did they make an early compound bow? Like Mercury Cougar World?
I don't know. I think that I don't know the answer to that, to be honest with you. I don't. I've got some bows there that, like, we could make a museum of the bows.
That'd be pretty sweet.
I've got some bows that are like one of two, and I've got both of them.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty wild from other companies' bows. I mean, yeah, there's some scissor bows there that people have never seen before. Yeah. I mean, there's some real wild-looking bows there.
I imagine it's a lot like walking through Martin 15 years ago. Did you ever go through Martin's factory? They had them all up high on a wall. It was wild. Some of the stuff you'd see that no one's ever seen. Like,
I bet.
Gail made all kinds of crazy stuff that he patented over the years.
Yeah.
I mean, the I-beam riser was patented by Martin way back when.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah. Like,
I didn't know that.
They had a bow called the Onza. It was like that, yeah. They had an integrated overdraw, but the riser came back a little differently, and I'm sure they got around it. But Gail wasn't one to sue people over stuff. He just wanted to invent things.
Sure.
And I want to say, trying to remember, there's a shop in Errol, New Hampshire, that bought everything. And I thought they were making a museum out of it.
Wow.
But it was wild. Like, there were hundreds of bows that didn't look anything like a bow.
Yeah.
Wild stuff, how they came up with original ideas. They may have one that was like a recurve limb and a compound wheel on the bottom.
Oh, yeah. We got that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I imagine it's a lot like that, where there's some just crazy...
Nuts.
For someone who's really into archery, it would be one of the coolest things to ever see. Like some of the innovations.
100%.
You can like look at it and go, that's where they got the idea for this and worked their way into that.
Right.
And for me, it was like a kid in a candy store. It was the coolest stuff. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's super cool. I mean, they're all in boxes up there. And every now and then we start looking for prior art because you have to in archery because there's so many patents out there. It's a good treasure trove to go into because you can find some stuff that can really help you out because in archery, it seems like not when you get sued, it's just when.
Yeah.
Right. That's kind of how it goes. I try to stay right down the middle. innovate my own stuff.
Well, before we run out of battery in that overhead camera, why don't we dig into this guy a little bit?
Yeah, so this is our newest creation. This is a Tritech 35. We did for the first time this year. We teamed up with First Light, and we have First Light camo. We're going to do Fusion and Spectre. Spectre is king for whitetail guys, according to First Light, and out west, Fusion, which is on this bow. That's king. But the only thing the same on this bow versus a sequel are the strings, cables, yokes, and axles.
Okay.
Everything else is different.
So we're going to be here for a long time.
Well, we don't have to be here.
No,
No,
we want to be.
we do
That's
want to
the
be.
point. We want to be.
Literally, this is exactly what everybody who's buying a bow wants to know from the guy who is in charge of everything, why they did what they did, and let's go through every detail that you can go through.
I think we met every customer's demand, right what they asked for. I mean, like I said, it's so much fit over function. They wanted to pick a tinny rail. That was a piece of cake. It just wasn't in the cards to change midstream. So now we got a pick rail on our bow. They wanted a cam with more draw length adjustment, and everybody loves the way the sequel bow feels. So we didn't change the feel. We just gave you 1/4 inch draw length adjustments. And so
that's awesome.
It's amazing. You know, our yoke tuner last year was pretty cool. No one came out with anything like it. We cleaned it up this year. We put some laser marks on it so you can kind of keep track if you've got to change your timing.
Smart.
But again, it's infinite, right?
Yeah.
The roller guard, this is the first time ever that I've seen an adjustable, micro adjust roller guard without having to take your cables off your bow, all that craziness. And what this is it's got a little nut right here. This is actually a nut. And you would just loosen this right here up with an Allen wrench, and you can move your roller guard in and out, stay within the hash marks, takes any torque out of the riser, or a lot of the torque out of the riser, because all risers have torque. People want to admit it or not. That's just the reality.
Sure.
But if you want vein clearance, move it in. If you got a left tear, just move your roller guard in. Now we gave you another way to tune your bow. You got a right tear, move it out.
Sure.
So-
It increases, decreases wheeling. It's doing the same thing.
100%.
Okay, so how much of a tear do you think you'd be working out? Because you also have another way to get
we do.
to get a tear out.
Yeah.
So I assume there's like a list of priorities. Hey, start with this one, then move to this one, then move to this one.
Yeah. I would start with the roller guard.
Start with the roller guard.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We got it set to kind of neutral.
Yep.
You're probably going to get, if you're a right-handed shooter, probably going to get a slight left tear, because we really want you, if you're a hunter, to move that roller guard in anyways. For vein clearance, you just don't need all that room. You just don't. But that'll fix your left tear instantly. And you're going to move very far. We've got about 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch left or right with the roller guard.
Okay.
On top of what this gives you.
Wow.
Yep.
That people already know about with the adjustable pocket system.
Yep.
And so, yeah, we've added that in there. Like I said, it's so easy. You have to take your cables off, move it over, move it to a click, move it back. You just unloosen this, take your Allen wrench, move it left or right. It's got hash marks on it. It's laser engraved on the fence, and stay within the hash marks, which is in the owner's manual. But people don't follow those very often. But just stay within the hash marks. You'll be okay. You go too far left, and your roller guard's probably going to be in your lap. You won't get hurt because I did it, but it sucks.
But it's a pain in the butt to put back together.
Because I did it. That's great.
But it sucks. So don't go do it, because Randy said he didn't get hurt, but it sucks.
You hit it right?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, cool.
And then we put an integrated grip on here. So this is a neoprene, or it's actually Sanaprene grip.
Let's turn this sideways so
yeah,
we can
sure.
see it from the cameras.
Turn this way.
Yeah, go that
Yep.
way.
So we put a Sanaprene grip on there, give the bow a little bit better feel.
Maybe not so cold when you go to touch it.
Maybe not so
when
cold.
it's a cold day.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure.
And then we are also going to have out, probably in about 45, 60 days, kind of a last minute addition, a 2.5 and a 5 degree.
So you can change the angle.
You can change the
Nice.
angle.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's a good idea.
And those won't be rubber. Those will be a harder plastic. But it's easy to change out. It's a piece of cake. There's 2 set screws on the
feels
side.
nice.
It
Yeah,
feels
that does
great.
feel nice.
That actually does feel nice, and it's still got a good straight edge to it, which is one of the things I love most about your bows. They have a good straight edge. It's easy to get your hand on there and know exactly where your hand is,
Yeah,
which
no,
is
the
huge.
grip feels amazing.
Yeah, this right here, this innovation to me, which this when I first saw that, I thought of the old steel cable Martin systems that had a screw on them to adjust in that.
Yep.
And it's like, why didn't somebody do that before? But this is the smartest way I've ever seen to adjust your timing.
100%.
Ever. Like
sure.
any other system that manipulates your cables or whatnot, nothing is better than this. This is the best thing made.
And it's so easy to do.
I know, it's really
That's
simple.
the bigger thing. It's just twist it. That's it.
That's it.
You're good.
Yeah.
It's so simple.
Well, and the biggest issue you run into with timing these things is not being it being less than half a twist.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, that you can make a 16th of a twist if you want with it. It's just brilliant.
Yeah, you can make a 1/365th if you want to.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So however micro you want to tune it. When this thing is all said and done, whenever it is, people can just say that we made archery better.
That's what I want for all the bow companies in general. Honestly, I think that like the patents are such a crappy thing that hold companies back. I wish for the consumer, I wish that what every company would do is just be like, listen, let's just make the coolest, best thing we can possibly make. Yep. But there's so many stops and like, there's a dead end here. We can't do this here. We can't do this here. Like,
and the thing is with a lot of the companies, they just won't license their patent to you. They want to keep it so exclusive, which again, I mean, it's not like it's a lot of money to license patents. It just isn't. I'm talking to a guy that had almost every bow company with our 970 patent, which expired last year on our dual cam. Most all of them used our patent.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that you guys had like a ton of innovation that you had done.
CPS cam and a half, got rid of all knock travel, the binary or dual sync cam. Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, a lot of the innovation you're getting from other major brands in the past 20 years went through Darton. Wildly enough.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, especially on the cam side, for sure. 100%.
Yeah.
All right. So what else is new that you
brand new
that you guys
limbs,
have done?
brand new.
I was gonna say the limbs are different.
Yeah, limbs are different. The way we mount the limbs.
Yeah. Explain the logic behind why you changed the way you mount the limb, which it looks clean, it looks clever. Just
for
what was the
sure. I
purpose?
mean, you see it out there. It's been around for a good long time. Putting the axle on top of the limb, it just gave us more belly. If we had a more reflex riser, we could have a longer limb, and it wouldn't be nearly of an issue. But when you go to a short limb, you need the belly of that limb to be longer. The grand scheme of things, that's what it is. It has to be longer. Only way to make it longer is to move the axle up because we only got a 10 and an 1/8 inch limb.
Gotcha.
We can't make it longer. Make it longer, then the brace height goes up, speed goes down. Then people go, your bow's too slow. So yeah, it was just the necessity of what this bow requires. And we got a little more performance out of it. Our efficiency on our bow is crazy compared to the effort you'd put in to get the same speed out of a competitor's bow. But that's really engineer talk, and I'm no engineer, but that's what he told me. He did the test, and so I'll take it for what it is. But yeah, it just really helped us get a longer belly.
Gotcha.
On that limb and take the stress off of the compression side of the limb.
Gotcha. Well, it definitely looks a lot cleaner. It looks, what's the best way to put this? It looks like it's more expensive when I just glance at it and look at it.
That's good because it is.
Okay, well, good it should be. It just looks like a more expensive way to finish a bow.
For the bowhunter up here, we put a bow pull eyelet up top, and you can buy those separately. But that just unscrews up top. We used
right there,
right there,
right here,
right here.
Yep.
in the front.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
so
cool.
You can run your little
just a little peg on there.
Yeah, and we'll have a hoist or a bow pull rope with a metal carabiner on it and rubber over top it that you can pull it up and not scratch your bow all up or put on your cam. But those stay on pretty good. They don't rattle. The legs we've had out since last year. People love
they just
those.
rotate straight up.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's handy.
Yeah. Nice. Nice little clean one. Yeah, I got one on that one right over there. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Yeah, when I went to Africa, those really came in handy.
Yeah, we've talked about this. Every bow company has.
If
to
you don't have
some
that, you're
sort
just
of-
an idiot.
Yeah, they have to have something
that
like
needs
this.
to be a focus.
Yeah,
because
for
it's
sure.
it's too handy.
Yeah, no, 100%.
It's just too handy.
And with ground blind hunting, it's almost required.
Yeah, when Matthews first came out with the engaged limb legs, the number of people that would try like 3 or 4 different models of bows.
Right.
And if you had that on that bow, they bought that bow and they largely said, I just love the fact that I can set it down.
Yeah, for sure.
That would frequently sell it. So it's a very wise thing to add regardless. Did you something here? So you got screws on both sides now?
Well, what we did on the other side is we're going to sell these separately too because we got to find a way to make money.
It always needs to be.
We have plastic plug set. So for the guys that don't want the holes there,
okay.
for $10, they can buy a set of plastic plugs, put them in there on the opposite side, and not have debris getting there because it's kind of shocking. Same thing happened with Folds of Honor this year. I mean, we're not going to have our Folds of Honor bow because I did the Folds of Honor multicam for my son Daniel. He was in the Army, wore multicam, swears it's the best camo, and if you go look at the Army's website, it's the most effective camo they've ever had, period.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree.
I cannot believe how many people called and complained about the multicam. It was just too much.
Really?
It's too faded. It's too bright. It doesn't look like this. I've got multicam on, and the bow doesn't look like my multicam. I'm thinking,
Oh,
this is
weird.
where we're at today. I was just doing it to help a good cause. So I'll just give them the calls and not take the complaints.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, I'll just give them the money and not take the complaints. But yeah, it was really unbelievable. People called and complained. It's like our zombie slayer arrow.
Right.
When arrow called zombie, I can't tell you how many people call and go, I don't believe in zombies. I'm like, guess what? Like what?
Don't buy that arrow. I don't either.
I don't believe in zombies.
Who calls and says that?
Brother, man, you have no idea.
That is great. Listen,
People
if
with
you,
an IQ below 80.
Listen, comment below if you have ever called Darton and complained about the zombie slayer arrows. That is hilarious because you don't believe in zombies.
So that's why the Talon came out, because
Bananas.
I got so many complaints about the zombie slayer. I couldn't deal with it anymore. I'm like, this is stupid. We're fighting a fight that doesn't need to be fought. It was cool when The Walking Dead came out in 2014 when it was hot. We made a zombie slayer. It was wicked cool.
Yeah.
Everybody loved it.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, man, I don't believe in zombies. I don't either.
Gosh, hilarious.
It's silly. People
That
are
is
funny.
so silly. Let's go through some of the basic specs of this because we talked about brace height, but like just kind of give me the basic rundown. Axle to axle brace height, IBO.
That's a 35. Everything's the same.
Okay.
Everything's the same to a sequel.
Okay.
35-inch axle to axle, 6 3/8 brace height, IBO speed on that bow is not IB over exaggerating, but IBA, it's actual speed. 331. We got the speed mod, the 75% mod.
Mm-hmm.
Look, we don't just take a number and add 3%.
Yeah.
I mean, if our bow says 331, it's going to shoot 331. I've watched, I don't watch podcasts, I don't watch reviews, but I heard enough about your reviews to know that sometimes the bows don't make the speed that they advertise.
I mean, all the time they don't make
you're-
the speed they advertise.
If you're within 2 or 3%, 2 or 3 feet per second, I say you've done a pretty good job. You know, if you're off by 10 or 15, you know, you're spreading baloney people don't want to eat.
Yeah.
And that's just the reality.
Yep.
Now, that bow's got to be lighter, isn't it? It sure looks like you cut more meat out of it.
We did some things differently, but then we had to add a pick rail. We got a heavier roller guard on there. And so it may be an ounce lighter. Okay. I know the light bow thing is out there, but so you'd like this. Actually, what I wanted to do with the bows this year, I just couldn't figure out how to do this. Is everyone that bought a bow when they registered, I wanted to send them a driver's license that said man card.
That's awesome.
Not that our bows are heavy, right? Because there's another 35-inch bow that came out recently. It's like 5.2 pounds. Like, holy moly.
Yeah. That's
But yeah,
heavy.
and again, I've trekked this thing through the mountains in Idaho. I've trekked it across Africa. It's not like I'm carrying a 50-ton weight, right? And 2 or 3 ounces isn't much. And I weighed the competitor's 33 against our new 33. Our weight is true. Their weight is embellished, and we were off by about 2 ounces. And if a fella wants to complain about 2 ounces, choose the light bow, really, or go to the gym.
Well, I mean, I think that if you're going to go light, then you got to go all the way light, and you've got to go.
Got to go the mag light.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Expedition, or you go.
Yeah, you go with the magnesium, the Maglite stuff. It's got great properties. It's just the forging and those things are crazy expensive, and man, magnesium is super flammable. Like it's stupid. Rex burnt down a whole building back when magnesium rises were a thing. Yeah.
So to Martin, they used to do magnesium stuff in there.
Yeah, to the ground.
Back into Martin burned down.
And the fire marshal isn't, but the fire department isn't but 4 miles from Darton. Before they got there,
they
that
can't
bad
put it
baby
out.
was on the ground.
Yeah, they can't. You can't put it out.
No,
it
torch.
takes a lot.
It's like
to
those
put it out.
the lithium batteries where they just get lit, and you're like, well, sorry,
Well, just let it go.
Everything's going to burn down.
Anything next to it that isn't lithium, we'll throw water on, but that thing's going to burn.
Yep.
Man,
Yeah.
that's good looking. I like
That's
that.
a
The
great
camo-
looking bow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it looks like $1 million.
Yeah.
And,
No, you did a good job.
Yeah. It performs well, shoots well, holds well. I mean, it's got a little bit different limb angle on it than what the sequel ST2 did last year because we mounted the axle above the limb. And so we had to change the limb angle a little bit, but that's really the only main change on the ride. Changed the coring, the back of it's got some pretty cool waves in it. We changed some of the holes in it. But we put the weight somewhere else. Like there's more weight in this grip. That's a whole new grip plate on there.
I like that you guys laser etched everything. Thank you for doing that because as a person who likes to tinker and mess around, it's hard to be like, well, I moved it X amount of how far? Like,
Right.
Well, now I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Very, very cool.
Yeah, no, super proud of that, of the bows this year. Then we got, this was a 35. We have a 31. We'll have a 33. Mm-hmm. We kept the Consequence 2. That bow was stupid successful. Mm-hmm. I mean, crazy how many of those we sold.
Sell a ton of them.
And we're going to have a 31-inch axle to axle, and then we'll have a short draw Consequence. All the same Consequence name. Didn't want to change names, which is become the hardest thing for me in archery is names.
Naming stuff.
Oh, they're all taken.
I have a recommendation.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
The zombie bow.
Only if I can put your number as the complaint number for zombies.
Listen, I don't believe in zombies. I'm not shooting your 28-inch bow. That's stupid.
Zombies want something longer.
What will the short draw be?
22 to 28.
Okay.
And we're going to have a 60 that, you can back. We say 10 pounds, but you can back them off 20. So it'll be a 60 to 40 and a 50 to 30. The bow will weigh right at 4 pounds.
Nice.
It looks just like a consequence, really.
Okay.
But all of our bows this year will have the QAD integrate mount on it as well, even the consequence, because core is pretty much going away. They're going to go with the QAD integrate.
Yeah.
And so they gave us a heads up on that. And so we just did away with the core holes and just do the integrate.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep, even on the low enders, because low enders, that's a terrible thing to say. Even on the consequence, the price point bow. It's not low ender.
Yeah, when you
That
say
thing
low end, I
shoots.
think people know.
No, that's one of the nicest bows under $1,000 made. Period.
Yeah, I don't
really
disagree with you.
It really is.
It's got the same cam. It's got CNC pockets, CNC riser, forge riser. Yeah, it's good. It's not some cast riser, cast pockets, plastic cams.
So now, are your limbs made in house, or
We do.
Okay,
Yeah, we CNC all of our own limbs.
so it's Gordon stock and CNC.
Yeah, everybody
So
uses
now,
Avient.
ano-
I shouldn't
another-
say everybody, but most people use Avient.
Got it. Another brand had said you can't make a Gordon glass bow for under $900. It doesn't pencil out. Interesting. You managed to do that.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't pencil out if you have shooters that cost you $1 billion a year or something. Maybe, I don't know. But you spend a lot of money on advertising, it nothing pencils out.
That's the interesting thing
was
is
the interesting
to see what the different companies do and the strategies that they take and the like. He says this works.
Yeah.
This works because of what you do, and then the other companies, they're like, yeah, no, this doesn't work, but it's literally just because of whatever brand choices they're making, whatever marketing choices they're making, where they put their factory, what they're having to pay all their workers, that kind of stuff.
It's all
That's
part
really
of
How big their
fascinating.
factory is and how much it costs to keep it
for
going
sure,
versus the next
100%.
year.
Yeah, it's all relative.
Yeah.
I don't know a place that it wouldn't work. We made a $4.99 bow when we used Avient glass.
Really?
Well, for sure. I mean, it's not like it cost $100 a stick or something crazier, guys. It's I mean, it's CNC'd. You can run a lot of them, and it's not like it's the most expensive thing on the bow at all.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, it's just
No, that
not.
chunk of metal right there is the most expensive thing.
Undoubtedly.
Undoubtedly. Not even close.
Undoubtedly.
Yeah, there's an immense amount of cost that goes into that.
Yeah, but I think most everybody uses Avient. Some people use compression molded limbs. You see where they get wider, those limbs that start out thin and they get really wide. That's probably compression molded.
Yeah, we didn't really ask.
That is.
Is that what that's what they use? Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Bear yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's super effective. I've never used one, never shot a bow that had compression molded limbs, so I don't know a whole lot about it. But but that's the two limbs that are out there. It's even because Gordon was bought out by Avient.
Avient, yeah.
Yep, and so it's either Avient glass or I don't know where else you'd get it at.
Yeah.
Just don't.
What are the retail prices? Do you know them offhand?
Yeah, this bow is going to be all the Tritechs will be $13.49.
Okay.
So it's $100 increase on the 31 and 33 and a $50 increase on the 35 just to make them all the same price point. Yeah.
Sure.
Yep. And we got that much in technology and just cost of goods upgrades that it's just a pretty even trade at the end of the day.
Okay.
Gotcha.
We may have lost a few bucks. I'm the guy that tries to keep everything for a consumer. I just am. Gotcha. And you see that with our arrow prices. You see that with the bow prices. I mean, I would love to be able to make them for even less, honestly. But, the more marketing you have to do to get to people, the more the cost goes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
Well,
for sure.
at a certain point, the factory and the business still has to make money or you won't survive.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I mean, just because you're doing, really well as far as your growth curve is concerned right now doesn't mean it's always going to be there. And if you don't, make a profit while you're doing that,
Right.
when you have an off year or something like that, you're not going to survive it.
Right.
There has to be something in there for it. So
Yep.
I
No, when
mean,
things get lean.
I don't think that's an unreasonable thing. Plus, your price point compared to most of the market was under it.
Yeah, for sure.
To begin with.
Yeah.
And now your popularity has gotten to where you're in the conversation. So I don't see any issue with that being $100.
You said
more.
they're the third largest seller out of your
For
shops?
us, yeah, both of them, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fascinating.
And that's face to face. That's not shipping them.
Right, because
That's like
you guys
the guys
allow-
walking in. What are they buying? Like it was Matthews, then Hoyt, then Darton.
Yeah,
Wow.
you guys have done an amazing job with it. That's for sure.
Well, you know, it definitely helps to have product in stock. It's a really big deal.
Yeah.
Like it is. That's why I started an online store, was because I couldn't figure out any other way to stock all this random stuff that doesn't sell that well.
Right.
But someone's still asking for periodically. And that's what prompted my whole thing. And it's been the philosophy of our business since. You're going to have in stock, period.
Sure.
You're going to figure out how to do it.
Right.
No matter what it is, no matter what brand it is. Like I ask it anytime I actually talk to a customer when I'm running through the shop or something and they catch me and want to chat. I'm just like, hey, your job today is to find something that you wanted to buy that I didn't have and come find me and tell me. I want to know. And if I hear that at least 5 times, we're buying that and we're carrying it. We'll figure out how to move it.
Nice.
So that's the idea. But you know, your product was stellar.
Yeah, so
Like,
I'll
really good
apologize beforehand. This is going to launch on the day that we launch, and we're going to be backed up.
stuff. Yeah, you will.
We sold just our preview packs.
Yeah.
We saw a 287% increase over last year. That's hard to deal with.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's hard to deal
so
with.
when you run into that type of issue, are you automatically having to like staff up?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Staff up, buy up, spend up,
Yeah.
hoping it keeps
Are you having
going.
to expand? Like, is
I've
your
got a-
facility big enough that you can expand into what you have?
Oh yeah, no,
Okay.
I could expand into what I have and probably another company.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a lot of space. We have 40,000 square feet
Gotcha.
And
on 10 acres.
Yeah.
okay.
So we could. There's a lot we could do.
Got it. But I mean, are you automatically having to go buy more CNC machines, that kind of stuff? Like when you're
We're not quite there yet, but I
Okay.
could see it going there with this launch of these bows for sure.
Sorry to break in here, but wanted to say please like and subscribe to the channel so we can spread the word of archery to those far and wide. Also, use discount code BMAC for 10% off at podiumarcher.com for almost all of your archery purchase needs. Again, that's 10% off with discount code BMAC. That's discount code BMAC at podiumarcher.com. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
It's already in the conversation. You got about a 60-day lead time by the time you get the machine or you buy the machine. It gets delivered to you. Haas makes it for you. We use Haas machines, and they make it. They bring it to you, and the rigger comes and puts it in place. Electrical comes. Yeah, it's about a 60-day time frame, and then you can get up and running within probably a week.
Got it.
Then they have to come out and install it, take all the stuff off of it.
Yeah.
They're pretty particular about how they do that. But yeah, it's been good. It's been a wild ride, that's for sure.
It's cool that the problem you're dealing with is not a lack of sales. The problem that you're dealing with is driven by people going, we really like what you're making. Can you make a bunch more of it? Like
Right.
that's a cool problem to have versus
100%.
the other options.
No, it's a great problem to have. But,
Yeah.
all problems are still problems, right?
Yeah.
Of course. So can we talk about the Conquest accessories? So
Yeah.
are I don't know how you guys are integrating this stuff together.
Sure.
Like is Darton informing what Conquest is doing as far as like, hey, we're gonna make accessories that fit this bow specifically?
Well, seeing how I'm all three, matching is important. Again, it's fit over function, right? Does it look good? And do I look good? And if I look good, then it's good, right?
Okay.
And so this is our Talon quiver. This is an XL, we call it. It's just 2 inches long. The other one, we should really just have one. We probably should get rid of the other one and just use this one because it's not too long that wouldn't fit on somebody who had a 28-inch axle bow. But this will come in black, OD green, stone gray, and flat dark earth on the hood. So we'll have those to match, and then we'll have stabilizers to match. I think folks will like that. We match the end caps and we match the weight, and these will all match the bow as well.
Can you order more weights for those?
That's a great idea. Yes. You can get we'll make them so you can get 1.2 ounce weights. Because right now you can if you put the black weights on there, which is what I did when I went to Africa, you really couldn't tell they were on there anyways.
Sure, because they kind of blend in with that.
They do. And it's a 1.2. It's our 1.2. You get a 1 ounce, 2 ounce, or 4 ounce weight.
Gotcha.
And you just take that right there and unscrew that guy.
And you make different lengths,
Yeah.
I would assume.
Yep.
I don't want to go too far down into this because I don't want him to steal from your bars.
Oh, you're fine. No, we should talk about that, and we should talk about arrows if there's changes or whatnot or anything to do this year.
Yeah.
Unless there's not, then we can just skip over.
There are no arrow changes this year. We changed all of our arrows last year. We went out and we changed all of our labels, all of our packaging.
Your graphing is all different.
All that's different. We're the only ones that run 100% that I know of. The Q2i Fusion X2 shield cut vanes on all of our arrows. It's just better.
Did you listen to the Easton study at all that just came out?
No.
Okay. It'd be curious to know, like, especially
I did well.
Yeah,
that particular one did well.
Yeah.
Most of what they're fletching.
I saw that guy who did something online with a crazy broadhead vein coefficiency. It was like 97 pages of stuff.
So was it Yates in the backcountry?
Yates in the backcountry.
Yates in the backcountry partnered up with Easton.
Yeah.
And they did this like fairly comprehensive study. Lots of different arrows.
Sure.
Lots of different fletching configurations on the same arrow. And I've always wondered, like, would you, if you watch that and you go, the Q2I did not win this, I would like to pivot and I would like to go with something else.
I think the Q2I, if I'm not mistaken, was in the top third.
It was. It ranked pretty good. Well, but a lot of that study had more to do with the overall dimensional size of the vein that you were shooting than anything. If you look at it, like if you really go back and look at what was going on here, the overall size of the vein had a lot to do with why it was well. And if the vein was short and tall, it did well. Period.
Got it.
It really did when you compared things out, which anybody who's really played with it a lot would know that.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah. Well, if you rank them and look at them, where that graph is, short, tall, short, tall, short, tall, then you start getting longer, tall, it's working its way out. So anything that was really in that like 2 inch to 2 1/4 inch window that was relatively tall did well. Period.
Yeah. Got it.
Now, some of them succeeded or failed in the noise category a lot differently based off of shape. That was a shape thing. But outside of that, it was a short, tall vein, outperformed everything else. And my favorite part was a 3 fletch outdid a 4 fletch.
Yeah.
That was fabulous. Loved it. Like, oh, thank you, God.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, please, God.
So, we shot those veins for a while. We loved them.
That's a good vein.
We went to TAC, saw everyone shooting them, that sort of vein or that style of vein. I thought we'd just change all of ours and do it in one fell swoop and let everybody kind of catch us or move to where we're at. There's nothing against. We did the Q2I wrapped X veins for probably 2 or 3 years. A good vein. I mean, no problem with them. Just fit over function. It has to look good. And that looks a lot better. It looks premium with those veins on there. When you put the short, snubby veins on there, whether it be a Blazer or a Wrapped X or something else, it just doesn't have the same pop.
People have seen that for so long when they walk in the store. When they see this, they go, "Ooh, that's different." I wonder. And I do feel like Black Eagle's always done a good job with graphics. Like I always feel like
the new changes were definitely an improvement over the old ones too. But they always had a good look to them.
Yeah, we spine indexed them all too, and so all of our arrows, our premium arrows, are all spine indexed on the stiff side. They're fletched on the stiff side. You can put them on a spine tester. Going to be within a degree or two. I mean, you're talking about human error at that point, depending on how you test them. So we thought that would be a good thing to do. It seems like people were talking a lot about that, even though when you test it out, it may not test to be any different. But that's a whole nother thing. The Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you think you're better, just like when you got new shoes, same slow kid before the new shoes. But you got those new shoes.
Jordans, I can totally jump an inch higher at least.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Oh, yeah, baby.
You're not wrong, though. It's a factor.
Yeah, belief in what you have is half of the battle. It really is.
Yeah, I've been shooting a bow for a long time, and I've shot a lot of different things. And I'd go put a new sight on my bow. Man, I just pounding. And the next day, it's click, 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 click. Like something's not right. Yeah, it's me.
Yeah,
archer's about 7.5 inch wide for the average male, right?
Yeah, totally. So what are you shooting on your personal bow? Like, go through the accessories.
This
I want
is
to
it right
arrows.
here. This is what I took to Africa. I took the Spartan arrows. It's one of my favorite arrows. It's the smallest arrow you can put an insert in as a 224 ID. And so you don't have the 6.5 millimeter size, but you don't have the 5 millimeter size either, right? It's kind of right in between, but people don't like half ounce with 5 mil. Some people do. Some people don't care about it. We sell a lot of Rampage. You guys buy a lot of Rampage arrows. We sell a lot of them, but people are, I don't half out. I want an insert. We'll put an insert in this. So this is what I took to Africa. This is the exact same setup that I took to Africa with me. Great success.
With the dialed proof on there?
With the dial, yeah. I met Scott. I think his name's Scott. Yeah, I met him at a TAC event in Michigan. Wicked good dude. Wicked good dude. It's a guide too in Wyoming, so I had to really get in nice with him because I had 14 preference points. So I really tried to get in nice with him. But so he hooked me up with a good deal on a site, with the industry favor there, and he shoots our arrows, so it's kind of just worked out good. We just kind of did the old swap-a-rooski, and I like the dial sight. I mean, I didn't have any problem with it at all. I got the 5-pin, and I pulled 2 pins out because I don't see red very well. Age.
Red sucks.
Oh,
Red sucks.
sucks. It just does. It's
Should all be
yellow
green.
and green
Yeah,
are way
100%.
are way brighter.
100%.
The only thing I like if I'm shooting a 5-pin is red dead in the center, so that it's a separator. But
Sure.
so I can quickly or more quickly acquire. But
If
yeah,
they changed red to orange, though, you'd be golden because orange actually shows up pretty good. I don't know why they don't use it very much.
yeah, I don't know.
Probably looks too much like yellow.
Blue? Could they do blue?
Blue's dim.
Okay.
Blue does not get
Yeah,
bright.
just target archery indoors.
Target archery
Yeah,
indoor with,
that's-
with
that is
electronic
typically where
control
I've
to
seen
it.
it.
100%.
Yeah, put electronic control on it so you can.
Yeah, see a lot of people
make it
shooting
bigger.
that. But,
Yeah.
you know, I've got so much speed and so much kinetic energy. I have about 101 pounds of kinetic energy. I was shooting a 475 grain arrow out of this bow. I think my speed was like 318. And so I think this is my pin gap. So I think I had it set up for 30, 50, and 70. And I shot a kudu I shot a Gemsbach at 89 yards, and it was whatever.
Blasted through it.
Yeah. It's
With the Spartan arrows.
That energy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
So on the arrow thing that we didn't discuss that I was curious
Yeah.
about, how have the tariffs affected you guys with all this stuff in
Well,
that
they
regard?
affect-
Because I know like this stuff's all U.S. right, but
Yeah.
that's coming from
Well, tariffs just affect everything because even though the risers, I'm sure we get them from the U.S., the aluminum probably comes from somewhere other than the U.S., right? There's only so much aluminum they can make in the U.S. So I think everything has been tariff. But, you know, we had a lot of stock. So that first, whatever it was, 140, 150, crazy tariff stuff, it just didn't affect us. We just rolled right through it. And this year we'll have a very small increase, and not even because of the tariffs. I think we got a 3% increase, which anybody that's watching the tariff game knows that they're 30, 40%.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or more, 80, 90, 100, who knows where it's going. So I don't think a 3% is not even cost of good.
yeah.
So that's
For
what
sure.
we're going
Pretty
to be. We're going to land there, and we'll just take what we have coming on the chin for the consumer. Because I cannot take people to the cleaners. I just can't. Just like our Rampage arrows. You look at our Rampage arrow, 01 straightness, 5mm. I think the shafts are like 189. You look at the competitors that aren't an 01 straightness, they're like 259, 299, and people buy those because they cost more. It's like I don't understand your game.
I've shot Rampages, like that's probably Rampage, Spartan, X Impacts were what I existed with for a long time. I've got some 150 spine Rampages that I think I racked up to like over 800 grains with everything. It was badass. It's totally useless. Don't do it. But it was really. But it
You
was
get a
fun.
baseball bat with those things. You get a baseball.
I mean, it was great. It was so crazy how slow they were. But I've always found the consistency of what you guys have made to be like absolutely true to what they say.
Yeah, I mean, if I could we have an Instron machine. I don't know if you know what those are, but you can pull things apart. You can flex things. If I ever posted the Instron machine of our arrows versus the competitors,
Why wouldn't you do that then?
I'm just not that guy.
Come on.
I'll show you guys.
Just take the label off of it. So don't announce what competitor it is. Just say this is us. This is somebody else.
Yeah, there was a new 204 that came out this year that everyone was raving on that really matched our Rampage for weight. I put that thing in an Instron machine. I'm like, I wouldn't even shoot that. Like all these things.
Which
shoot
one
great.
was it? Which one?
I'm just not that guy.
Did it start with a V?
I know.
I'm just not that guy.
I guarantee I know. What
I'm
he's
just
talking
not that guy. But you know,
We're not going to say it.
No.
It's all fine.
no, I'll show you guys the video. You're gonna go, holy crap! But yeah, I mean, you know, so we take a lot of pride, but I just can't. I mean, it's just not my nature. I can't use anything as an excuse to. Man, money's hard to come by. I don't know how people make it today.
It's
and
hard.
I feel like the Lord has blessed me more than I've ever deserved. I mean, growing up, I was in Section 8 housing. My dad was in prison by the time I was 9. I mean, it was rough. And today, some people get by.
Can we talk more about that?
Sure, you can talk about anything you want to talk about.
So I'm curious about this because I think that this how does somebody go from that type of childhood to the success that you have had now? Can you tell me a little bit about your history? Because I don't know much about it.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that you're praising the Lord for everything that you have.
Yeah.
I really do. But there was obviously some hard times along the way and some work along the way that
There
went
was.
into it. So
But judgment is getting what you deserve, right? Mercy is not getting what you deserve, and grace is getting something that you never deserved. And so I think I operate in both, mercy and grace, a lot. Growing up as a kid, my mom, she was a great mom, but she had a really rough childhood. She just did. She bought me my first gun so I could go hunting. But, you know, we Section 8 how we cleaned apartments. We painted apartments for rent. The house I lived in growing up till I was 8 burnt down, killed 2 kids. It was full of squirrels in the attic. Squirrels love that old black cable.
Yeah.
And they chew it up and
Exposes the wire.
yeah, exposed the wire, burnt the house to the ground.
Yeah.
But my dad killed his brother-in-law when I was 8 years old. Hit him with a double-barrel shotgun coming out of the house. And then he went to prison. He was in Lucasville prison, died in London prison when I was 13. But probably good in some ways. It's terrible to say stuff like that, but if he'd have got out, it would have been terrible for us, I'm sure, because he left us the last time because he beat my brother and I so bad. I went to school and couldn't sit down. And the teacher was like, "Why can't you sit down?" I'm like, "You have no idea." He's like, "Well, look, can you tell me?" I said, "I can show you." And I was black and blue from my shoulders to the back of my legs with an extension cord. And so he left town. And I wouldn't say him in prison, but, he'd send letters saying, "I love you." Then he'd send my mom a letter saying, I want to kill you when I get out, right? So, but he had a terrible childhood. His parents locked him in a cellar, in a wood cellar outside for days and fed him under the door like a prisoner. And so, yeah, it was crazy. I mean, we jumped trains at 7 years old for fun. I mean, jumped trains like you'd see on a Wild West movie. We were in towns we weren't even supposed to go to. Just jumping on top of train to train. My dad kidnapped us one time. We were gone for 3 days. We come home, and my mom, my grandma were like, "We figured he had you." Well, you figured, but you didn't know. We've been all over half acre, right? But through this whole thing, there was a guy at Broadway Assembly Church. I don't know if it's still in Lorain. Pastor Sloan was our pastor. His name was Brother Shehay. And this cat, whether our front door was on our house or not, because sometimes it wasn't, because it got off with a drunken fight. He would come inside, help get us dressed, put us on the church bus, give us $1 for an offering, take us to church. I apologize.
Don't.
Oh yeah, man. This is the real stuff right here.
But yeah, that's what it was. And there was no way around it. But we moved out of that place and we moved to Levitt Road Apartments, Section 8 housing. I went to Lorain Admiral King High School. And it just worked out.
No, it didn't.
It just did.
No, it didn't.
It just did.
No, it didn't. Because I think this is important because there's going to be somebody who's listening to this whose life could go one of two ways. And I don't want them to go the way your dad's life went. I want them to go the way your life went.
Sure.
And I want to know what the things are that drive those different paths.
Well, I think if I hadn't had my faith as a young one going to church and just seeing someone who loved you and cared about, not that my mother didn't. My mother is amazing. She did the best she could with what she had. This isn't a dig on her at all. My brother and my sister both are incredible human beings. They're both successful. And success is kind of what you make of it. But they're both super successful individuals, in my opinion, from where we came from, right? But yeah, I think there's just two paths in life. The Bible says there's a way that seems right to a man, and the end thereof is death. And you know that you're on the wrong path. And I was on the wrong path. It's not like I was 16. I mean, I worked my whole life. When my brother and I were 7 years old, we had a paper route of 110 papers. 112 papers that we delivered by hand. We'd wake mom up after she worked all night at the bar. We'd have to wake her up. She'd get the station wagon, throw all our papers in the back on Sunday. Because back then they were 200 plus pages, right? With all the circulars in it.
Fatties,
humongous. We could have carried those. Man, I was a crumb snatcher. I was a little dude. And so we got to deliver those papers and, she would help us. But so I've always worked. I mean, I actually quit high school to work. I didn't graduate high school. I got a GED. It doesn't make me any smarter or less smart than anyone else, but I went back and got my GED so I get my diploma. But I went to work because, man, I didn't want to stay in that life that I had. There just seemed to me like there was a better way. And in 1995, I met my wife, girlfriend at the time, or a girl I met at that time, and she had 2 kids. And I loved them to death. And that really changed my life. That was the beginning of, because up until that point, I can't say I was the best kid in the world, right? Drank, I didn't do drugs, but I drank, worked all the time, but didn't mind drinking. And everything changed. Everything changed. And found my church home, and, I'm like everyone else. I go back and forth. I mean, I'm in church. I know God. God knows me. I mean, we're not like we're unfamiliar friends here, but the Christian walk it's ebbs and flows. It's tough. There's times you're like, God, I can't hear you. Where are you? But he's never not there. And then there's times that you just know that he's there, right? Because you just know because you're in his presence. And so it's just by his grace and his mercy that he took 3 kids that had nothing. Yeah.
I mean, you've got a Bible verse on your bows.
Yeah.
So like, to me, there's an intentionality that you have, and even through the ebbs and flows, like you have a Bible verse on your bow. Like,
and it's not to sell more bows.
no.
It's just,
Of course not. You can feel it in you, man. When you walked in the door, I was like, that's a man of faith right there. You can feel it.
Yeah, no, I just hope that someone who is struggling with something, this is actually getting embarrassed.
Don't be.
No, it's not embarrassing at all.
Don't be.
Someone that actually finds hope, right? Because we don't put anything on there that condemns people. It's a message of hope. I'll never leave you nor forsake you. Be with you to the end. We love because he loved us first. And I've had a couple people call and say, man, let me tell you a story about someone that looked that verse up and found the Lord. I'm like, man, that's because the Bible says the angels rejoice more for one sinner than 99 righteous prayers. And it can't come off. We've had requests. We've had people, we have a dealer in Colorado that wouldn't even carry our bows. So I don't want them. So good. We don't want you to have them because it can't come off. We had a dealer in New York, like my customers are, whatever it was, Muslim and Jewish. And obviously there's New Testament quotes on there. And this isn't about Jews or anything else. Like, hey, can we just take that off or put something different on there? I'm like, no, it cannot happen. It's unequivocally cannot happen. And so that's why they're on there. Just let one person find hope in a hopeless situation, because there's some people out there that got it pretty rough.
Very much.
Yep. And people out there got it great that still need it. Just because you have something doesn't mean you don't need it, right? Because the whole book of Ecclesiastes was written for, Solomon, not Ecclesiastes, but Song of Solomon was written. He went out and tried to find things of this world. He searched and searched and searched. He said, it's all vanity. It's all nothing. There's only one way. I've done everything. And it's for the rich man, for the poor man, for the average man. And I just love the Lord so much that I didn't have a choice.
You see God when you go hunting? Like when you're in the woods?
I can't say that I've ever met him there. I see God everywhere.
Okay.
Like I see God. Everyone lives under God's grace. Sinner, Baptist, Jews, Christians, Muslim, we're all under God's grace. Because any moment this all could be taken from us. And so I see him everywhere. Whether you're an atheist, you're still under God's grace. The sun rises every morning. He doesn't have to. All he has to say is, sun, stop. I mean, he said, let there be light, and light has never stopped. All he has to do is say, light, end. And then there is no more light. Right? So everyone lives under God's grace. I see God everywhere. I went to Uganda, went to South Africa last year hunting, and then I went to Uganda to spend a week with my daughter. She's there doing sickle cell research as a master's student with Duke. And I went to Uganda, and you want to talk about, holy moly. If you've never been to Africa, it's something everyone should go to, but even South Africa is rough. But yeah, you see people who have nothing have everything. And yeah, you see God everywhere. You just have to look. You have to look. The Bible says that everyone knows just by creation, because it's too finite. We're all too interconnected. We all share too many similarities. Humans we may look different, but we're all made in his image. So we all have some kind of something pulling at us all the time. So I see him everywhere. But I can't say I've ever encountered him in the woods or any of those things. It's time I can get in and reflect for sure. But usually when I get in the woods, I'm just looking for animals. I like to come up with a great story.
No, but I'm not acting like it's a burning bush thing. I find that there's a lot of people that say they commune with God when they go into nature, but it sounds like you find him throughout like just everyday life, which is, I think that's freaking cool too. That would be better. Yeah. Walk onto the factory floor and see God.
I see him in homeless people. I see him everywhere. I mean, I just do. And like I said, I think everyone's under his grace. maybe not mercy. Well, mercy too, really, because we all get something we don't deserve. But yeah, I see them everywhere. I'd love to say that I had a crazy spirit, and you're right, it's not a burning bush moment, but I just see them everywhere. I just do. He's at work everywhere for sinners, because the Bible says it rains on the just and the unjust. Yeah. So we both get rain, whether just or unjust. And so you really see it everywhere.
That's it was just really moving.
For sure.
When you said well, I was going to add it, but I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, you're fine.
My dad went to Africa once, and he told me the same thing. He's like, you see these people living in huts that have nothing, just nothing, and they're the happiest people you ever met. And it leads your mind to believe that, what are you doing? Like, what are you chasing?
Yeah, what's your purpose?
What is your purpose, and what direction are you going in? And maybe you might want to think about that a little bit more.
No doubt. I mean, I would love to. I would love to get a group of guys together and go to Uganda. I mean, my daughter, she's been there. I like Uganda. It's a cool place. South Africa's a little bit different. You go hunting, right? Because you're hunting on someone's place. You're never going to go off there. Typically, you come in the night, you leave in the night, so you don't see it during the day. You don't realize that 65% of everyone in South Africa has no running water. None, zero. Uganda's probably less. It's probably 85 or 90%.
Golly.
Oh,
and they don't have trash. They just burn all their garbage. This is in like the capital of Uganda. They burn their garbage. It's the craziest thing you've ever seen. I mean, they're on Lake Victoria, which is the second largest fresh body of water in the world, have no running water. Like, how can that even be?
It's hard to wrap your head around, really.
For sure.
It's not like you don't have the resource. You just got to move the means of where it is.
And you go there, and my daughter and I, we had dinner. It was, I think our dinner was like 5,300 shillings, which is $1.62 ish. It's like,
and I bet it was freaking good too.
You need to make sure you take Imodium.
Oh no! So it was not good.
100%, and you definitely want a Z-Pack.
Oh man!
Remember, guys, there's no running water.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're
everything gets
stagnant
washed in the
water.
same water. It's not even laundry. Like my daughter was there for 9 weeks. She washed all of her laundry by hand. I was so proud of her. If I would have been her and I got off that plane at her age, I would have got back on it unequivocally. I would have got right back on the plane. They had to put me on the plane, or I'd have grabbed onto the wheel when they took off, because it's unlike any. It's not even a third world. It's like a place that time forgot.
And you want to go back there.
Well,
and you want to bring a bunch of dudes with you.
I do. We go to South Africa. We can go hunting.
Yeah.
We could swing up to Uganda. You could see what poor. I mean, really looks like. Not that South Africa's not poor either, because I saw it during the daytime, and it's not too far off from Uganda. But yeah, when you go see the world, you just get a whole different perspective on things. You just do. I mean, there's like in where I was, there was no paved roads at all. Like, it's hard to believe there's a place with no paved roads. Although New York didn't get paved till 1945 or 1947, somewhere around there.
Really?
No, yeah.
I didn't know it was that late.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, when it finally got paved, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, there's no paved roads. There's nothing.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Wild.
Yeah, no, it's really hard to get your mind wrapped around.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And some people, there were so many afflictions. Like, she's doing sickle cell research, and I mean, there's times the government doesn't give them money for their hydroxyurea, and so these little kids, if they don't have it by the time they're 4, their death rate's like 95% or something crazy. It's like, man, how could you just do? They're people. They're just kids. They didn't ask to be born in this world. They didn't ask to go
in the middle of
stuff.
Uganda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yep, 45% of all the women that are sexually active have HIV, and so she's helping these patients and take so many precautions. It's really wild. And then you come to the U.S. and it's like, oh, holy cow, we have everything. Like, you literally, when you're here, our poorest of the poor would be probably the richest person in Uganda, besides the president and maybe a few others. It's really wild.
And we're on a quarter of our population's on antidepressants. And
Yeah.
No
Once
doubt.
again, what are we doing?
Yeah,
and
they're
it's a focus and a purpose.
It is. They're in these huts, right? They got no front doors.
Yeah.
They might not even have a window, because the average temperature is like 70 degrees, 75 degrees, doesn't fluctuate too much from there. But they've got the spitting cobra, the king cobra, the black mamba, the green mamba, the boom slang snake.
these are like all the bad ones.
And these are all one-hitter quitters.
All the batters.
One-hitter quitters.
Yeah. You get hit with this thing, it's over. Yeah, it's toast. And I wouldn't even talk to you about the hospital that's there, because it's a great clinic, but with women with miscarriages, it's unbelievable. Like, there's no fetal monitor there. They have a steel pipe like you'd use to plumb a house with, and they press it into the woman's belly. And if they don't hear a heartbeat, C-section.
No way.
And then if she has to go to the restroom, she got to walk outside to an open latrine with her IB bag.
Oh my gosh. How does this still exist in the world with the wealth that there is in other areas? Like yeah.
Yeah, no,
that's a whole nother podcast.
That's true.
Yes, for sure.
Hours and hours. Like, oh my God.
I'll have to bring Maddie back one time and just talk about Uganda for those that are interested when she comes back to the States. Because, yeah, it's wild. And you could do so much with so little there. I mean, it doesn't take much. Obviously, a meal is $1.50.
Yeah, if you're eating a meal for $1.50, it can't cost that much to put in a well.
No.
Right. And if there's immense amounts of water, it's literally just a matter
The
of
issue that apparently they have a lot of these places is maintenance, because people will go in and build wells and then leave, and then the wells don't get maintained, and then they just stop existing.
I could see that, or someone's pillaging it, or
That one
whatever
too.
the case might be, for sure.
You get somebody who decides that that's going to be their well, and they're going to try to charge people money to go. Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah,
all
but
that stuff.
it's just a lack of knowledge thing, right? The Bible says people perish from a lack of knowledge that's not residing within them, and so you have people that literally have no education or very little, if any, education, and you try to give them something like we did. We came back on a ferry. My daughter had an iPad, and there was a school there. This whole school was gathered around so they could draw figures on this iPad. I don't think they've ever seen one.
Right.
And the teacher was so mad at us. They can hold it. They're going to throw us off this boat. I mean, every kid out of their seat.
Yeah.
They're pushing, and everyone got a turn to draw on the iPad, and my daughter's saving all the pictures. And I would be convinced they'd never seen an iPad.
Yeah.
Like, what in the
Wow.
how?
Meanwhile, our homeless population's walking around with an iPhone.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Give me that. I'm sending it to Uganda.
Yeah.
You ungrateful swine.
Exactly. It's cool to hear a story about a guy who goes from nothing to a guy who has a daughter who's getting her master's from Duke and serving people in Uganda, who owns like some of the premier brands in our industry.
That puts Bible verses on his limbs and refuses to take them off.
Yeah.
It's
I really
humbling for
appreciate
to
that
say
you told that.
No, it's humbling for you to say that, but I only do things for him. And she's only there because of him. By her, she just got a Fulbright scholarship. I probably should be careful how much I say, because she's over. No one's going to hurt her anyways. Because I sent my guardian angel with her, and so nothing's going to hurt her at all. Nothing's going to hurt her. But she, God blessed her with the Fulbright scholarship. She can be there for 9 months.
Wow.
Yeah. So if anybody's watching, can say a prayer. Say a prayer for Maddie for her stomach.
Yeah, okay. By the time she's done, nothing will bug her anymore.
No, for sure.
Somebody send her
Gotta
a bunch
remember, they all eat that. They're fine.
Send her a bunch of peak refuels. There you go. Here's a couple of tubs.
I wasn't there, guys. 24 hours. I was already on the Imodium and taking my Z-Pack. It was almost instant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's wild.
There's no restaurants on the island where she'll be. I mean, I shouldn't say there's none. There's probably 2, which you're not going to get to. Most of it's just street food, like people sitting out next to the dirt road,
Cooking
burning
food.
wood, making you think is chicken, which it tastes like chicken. So I'm going to say it probably was chicken, but it's an open market. There's no refrigerators.
Yeah.
So this meat's hanging there, and they're cutting you off
And
slices.
there's mice and rats probably running around in certain places. I can't. Yeah, I don't want to go there. You know what? Don't call. Don't call
Come
us.
on, man.
We'll go to.
Terrible.
It's an adventure. It's an adventure.
It's an adventure.
Do you want to
diarrhea.
crap your pants starting 24 hours
I
in? Let's do it.
guarantee you that will happen. Guarantee. I don't care what kind of stomach you have. I'm going to put a 24-hour marker on it. And if you get ice, I'm going to put a 30-minute marker on it. Because you don't ever get ice.
Don't ever drink the water.
Never drink the ice. And Coca-Cola bottles all the water there and all the soda. It's all from Coca-Cola bottling factories. You just kind of drink bottled water. And it's, for us, it's cheap. It's 60 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, again, it's just nuts. It goes into a lot more depth of how something there can cost 60 cents, but here it costs you $3.
Yep. Well, it's even worse when you dive into prescription medication and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
but that's
That's
again,
a whole other thing. Yeah,
a
we're
whole
talking,
other
we're talking
mess.
bows,
That's
arrows,
another
and
pod.
Third podcast.
stabilizers.
Yeah.
We're really racking them up here.
Yeah.
But man, I'm so grateful that you guys even invited me here to come and talk about the bows. We're super excited about this year, what God has in store for us. And, I think it's the best product we've ever made. The sequel was really, really special. But I think this one really, really just takes it to a whole nother level. Although some of the specs are the same, the bow looks different, feels different. It's got just about everything. I don't know what else they would ask for besides a light, and it's not a mag light. Could be one day. It's not like it's hard to do. It just costs a lot of money to do. But, enough bow companies out there haven't switched to mag light yet, so it's just not what's required as of right now.
Yeah. Well, it seems like it's adding, though. So be interesting to see.
Yeah, no, it's growing.
That was one of the other things I was going to ask is, like, we going to see magnesium someday?
Yes. When? I don't know. We've experimented with carbon. A carbon riser bow. That's a possibility. Again, it's just, gosh, archery has gotten so expensive. I worry for archers that we're going to price archery out of archers. I remember growing up. I mean, again, I'm a little bit reflective, but when I married my wife and we had some money left over from the wedding gifts, I said, "Can I buy a bow?" And I bought a Darton Maverick. Went to Grafton, the archery store there. That's what I bought. A Darton Maverick, had the TM Hunter on it, the Cobra sight.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I thought I had hit it.
Yeah.
It's just some of these bows at $1,800, $1,900, $2,000, $2,400. It's like, but you've seen crossbows, it doesn't slow it down. So maybe there just is no lid. I don't know.
I also just wonder if, because the bows don't hold value very well, like, I wonder, are guys coming in and then buying 4 or 5-year-old technology for, back what you probably bought a new bow for.
Yeah, it could be.
Post-wedding.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
That very well could be. I don't know the answer to that. But
if it keeps going the way it's going, that's what's going to happen. The used market's going to get more relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
It just is.
There's a couple folks out there that's even got some used bow websites that are starting to pop up. And
I have a section on mine. Yeah, it's all a national trade-in program, the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah, because I believe that's going to be relevant because they just keep getting more and more expensive, and there's a good percentage of people that just can't afford it.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with you. I mean, I think that somehow we always have to remember the heart of the bow hunter, which is why I like the consequence. I like all of our bows, but the consequences for the guy or gal that just doesn't want to spend $1,200, $1,500 on a flagship bow. She can get a flagship entry-level bow that shoots as good as a flagship bow.
And I can attest to that. That bow's just as accurate. It really is. It's an incredible bow. I'm glad you didn't change it. I mean, there's always a rush to change your product every year and have a new product every year. And that price point's not as relevant as like whatever your top line flagships are. And I'm really glad that you kept that bow as it is and are offering a little bit of an extension on it, basically, because that's an amazing bow. That the number of people we've sold that to that have been elated with that bow, you're not cutting corners. Like, and a lot of times you get into that $500, $600, $700 range, you're cutting corners.
Sure.
You didn't. You made just as good of a bow at a less price. It's amazing. Appreciate you doing it.
Yeah, no, we appreciate the kind words as well. But that's kind of what I do it for. I mean, I do it because it's kind of how I grew up. I didn't have a lot, and it just sounds crazy that an 800 bow is like price
that's
point.
That was retail 15 years ago.
That's what I paid for my bow. It was like $7.99 for my my Maverick
15,
back in the day.
15, yeah, about 15 to 20 years. No, 15-ish, somewhere around there. Everything was under $1,000.
Yeah. And now if you had a $1,000 bow, you're not going to sell any.
That's right. It's a bad price point.
It is. It's terrible.
It's a terrible price
point. We
point.
had a crossbow that was wicked good. It was like $12.99, and like we literally sold like, it wasn't quite 6, but that's about all it seemed like.
But the funny thing is, if you marked it up to like $23.99 now, and you were like, "Yep, here it is," just go get them in the factory and try it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, it might
sell
work.
more.
You probably would.
Yeah, it's like a $3.99 or a $2,500 or more price point.
Yeah.
When the most popular brands set the price of what a good quality product is, whether it's archery or crossbows or anything, really
anything.
If you're not near it,
Yeah.
it's like, who are you?
So I'm saying about the arrows.
And this thing sucks. Same thing about the arrows. You got to be in a particular price point to have it make sense, or it's just like the few percentage of people that pay attention to it go, "Oh yeah, it's a really good deal," but the majority of people are like, "Well, but it's not that."
Yeah.
Well, it might actually outperform that.
It costs more. It has to be better.
Yeah, it's a psychological thing
For sure.
There's so many
100%
brand
psychological
stories, it's like in the watch world, where a brand would come out and develop something amazing and then charge $1,000 for it and then not sell it. And then they make a mistake, start charging $10,000 for it because of a typo, and it starts selling. Not joking. I can think of 2 different watch
It
companies.
just goes
that
to show you how
happened.
stupid your watch fetish is.
I just think it's fascinating. but it's human psychology. It's human psychology. That's what it is.
Let's go sell 3-year watches and buy a Porsche.
Probably can. It sounds like.
Dude. Oh, is that fancy, funky one that came with the weird concrete box?
Don't talk to me about this watch. My wife might be listening to this podcast.
I didn't say how much it was. I just said it came in a concrete box.
Listen.
Really?
Yeah, it was wild.
Like a vault?
Yeah, kind of. Listen, this is
Yeah.
stupid. No, if you've made it this far, like and subscribe. We're going to end the
didn't plug
podcast
anything
now.
the whole time.
No, I'm gonna insert them, dude. I'm
Okay.
not gonna break in the middle.
No,
of,
I know.
We're
I
like
know,
in the
I
middle
know,
of
I know.
Randy's testimony, and I'm
No,
like,
I'm like, it was
discount code BMAC 10% off at Podium Archer.
If you look really close, I had one going too. I was like,
Yeah,
Jesus.
no, that was
Oh.
amazing.
I would have done it for you.
Yeah.
Like a pause station for identification and enjoy this 10% off.
Yeah,
coupon.
no, I'll insert some breaks.
All right, cool.
This was not nearly so. When we had Brian Quacca on, he talked for 2 hours straight, and it was just Josh and I sitting there like, yes,
That's funny. Laughing.
that's good, that's good. So I literally had to insert. So yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be fine. Yeah, thank you so much for coming down. We really appreciate it, and
It meant a lot. I really, I'm really glad you came.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Appreciate all you guys do for us and me and my family. We're so grateful.
Thank you.
Yeah.